Do you want to turn your Twitch streams into vertical style content so that way you can easily upload to TikTok and YouTube Shorts? I'll show you two different methods so that way if you don't like one, you can easily use the other. Because everyone knows you can't really grow on Twitch these days unless you're posting on more discoverable platforms like TikTok, which is really frustrating and exhausting. But luckily, the first method makes it super easy for us, so it's not so difficult, saves us so much time, and makes it so we don't need any editing skills. And I've used it to get hundreds of thousands of views on my shorts to grow my Twitch stream without hiring a video editor. And the first method is using Nexus Clips, which sponsored this short segment of the video. I'll leave the link in the description down below so you can follow along at home. But all you do is go to nexusclips.com, click on the sign in with Google, then you'll link your Twitch or YouTube account. Then when you're done streaming, Nexus Clips sends you an email saying that your best moments are ready. So all you got to do is hit create clips now, and then it'll show you a bunch of different moments during your stream that it thinks would be really good clips. So all you have to do is click on create clip when you pick whichever one you want, and then we can adjust how long the clip is. So then when you're done trimming the clip, you can go to the top right, click on edit clip. Now we're gonna give it a couple seconds to work its magic. Otherwise, this take you hours normally to video edit all of this stuff. And then we got a bunch of stuff on the screen. On the right side here, this is a preview of what the short's actually gonna look like. The middle is where we're gonna choose what's on the screen. And then the left is gonna be the style, the hook, the sticker, and all that stuff. And the bottom is gonna be the timeline where we can adjust the clips, we can adjust the captions. So to start for this clip, I'm gonna drag all the way to the left here and then click at the beginning. And so we're gonna choose the framing option here. So we're going to pick either miniature face cam, upper face cam, or anything with my face cam since I have a face cam. We're going to click this little green box here and pick my face. Let's do miniature and put it here, and then we can make it a little bit bigger. We're going to take this other one and we're going to make it bigger to capture as much of the screen as we can. And I would say this is probably the most important part of the screen. And so this framing is good. So we'll move to subtitles. So you can choose what the subtitles look like. And then I'm going to find the box that has the subtitles. So I'm going to click and drag it up to where I want it, probably right below my webcam, and then I can hit play, and you can see that we've moved the animated captions. So then if we go to the sticker option in the top left, we can go to the beginning, click the beginning of the timeline, and you can see right here is this little smiley face. This is our sticker. So if we drag this to the beginning, you'll see this can be your Twitch or your YouTube or whatever you connected, so that way you can display your social if you want. But you definitely don't need to have it if you don't want, so you can just hit this little show sticker button, and that'll hide it if you don't want it. Then above that is this hook. It looks like a little wand. Same thing for the timeline here. If we go to the beginning, you can see this is what the hook is. And so I would want this somewhere that's not going to block the actual captions. So you could have this here and then actually move the captions down lower. It's really just going to depend on your clip. And so the last thing that we can do is that for whatever reason, if one of the words is not matching, you can easily just click on that word, and then it's going to bring you to the text over here. Let's say instead of literally, I said literalese, I just change it there, and then I go back and then I hit play, and then it changes it. So literally you have done hours of editing work without a professional in a matter of a minute or two. And then you can also adjust and make more cuts here if you want. So if you wanted to cut, you just click there and then click here, cut, click in the middle, hit the delete key, and you got rid of it. And then when you're done making all of these changes, you just hit share in the top right corner. And then you can either download it and then manually upload it to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram Reels, or you can connect your TikTok or YouTube and automatically upload there. So if you want to save hours of work and frustration and you want to make clips the easy way and you're ready to do it consistently and you're not just trying to do this as a one-time success, then I'm going to leave this discount code that you guys can use to give it a shot. So feel free to give it a shot if that sounds like you. For the second method, we're going to go head on over to Twitch. Once you're over on your Twitch page, we're going to the top right corner, click your icon, and then go to creator dashboard. Then we'll go to the settings tab and then click on stream. And we're going to scroll down to make sure that we have enable clips turned on. Then we'll scroll up and make sure that store past broadcasts are turned on. Otherwise, this is not going to work. So once you do a couple streams, you can go to your content and then go to video producer, and you should see your past streams because we turned that setting on. Now, if you streamed before turning that setting on, you're effed. So whatever streams you do after, you'll be fine and you'll see them, they'll populate here. Now, in order to actually make those short form clips that we're posting to TikTok, we need to turn these into clips. So you can either have your viewers make you clips, or you can do it yourself by going to the stream manager in the top left, and then you can set a little button here. So conveniently behind my webcam, you can hit this plus button, and then you can have a clip that button, and you'll add that button. Then when you're live, you can press this yourself when something epic happens, or you can ask chat to clip that if you have anyone watching you. But if you don't want to do either of those, I got you on a third secret method, because we need them to be clips in order to use this method. So if you already have a clip, you'll just go to the clips tab here, and then you're going to find your clip from the clips. And if you're not seeing it, it might be clips of my channel versus clips I've created, because that's the one that you have taken. So just a heads up there. Then you'll be able to click on the clip you want and then hover over that vertical, and it says share portrait clip. So click on that, and then you're going to hover over where it says edit layout. So click on that, and then this is going to be the video editor. editor. But before we move on, if you don't have any clips to work with, let me show you how you can get one from your past broadcasts. We can go over to the video producer tab. We're gonna go to whatever VOD you wanna use, your past broadcast. Let's do Christmas horror games from 2022. I'll click on that, and then we're gonna click on the go to VOD page. So click that button, and then now if you hover your mouse over the actual video, you're gonna see a clip button. So this is gonna allow us to clip from our old broadcast without needing to do it live, which is super nice. So what you wanna do now is scrub through your VOD to find a funny moment that you remember happening. So let's say I wanted to clip this portion here when this spooky little elf is floating towards me. I'm going to hit clip, so I'm gonna hit that little button. It's going to hit create clip up here, and this is literally the same video editor, but it's just smaller. So same process. So now all you gotta do is click on the edit portion here after you've done the little trims. So make sure you find the beginning and end of the clip. Usually short and sweet is best, or at least enough to give context. And then we're gonna click the edit button on the portrait version. And so now you can see these two buttons. One is if you don't have a webcam or you don't wanna show it, this will literally just be the gameplay. So if I wanted to just get the gameplay like that, we could do that. But since I do have a webcam, I'm gonna click stacked, and I'm gonna change this little rectangle to fit my face like so, and then change this to fit the gameplay. You can also drag this little slider here to make it bigger or smaller. So if I wanted to do that, I could change this to fit my face a little bit better, but then you're getting less of the gameplay. So it's really up to you. So usually about rule of thirds is pretty good. So I think this is pretty stellar. You can see now we have the webcam up here, and then we have the gameplay down here. Maybe I'll move it a little more left so you can see the flashlight, and that looks pretty decent. So then now I'm gonna hit apply. Now you're gonna add a clip title. So we'll call it Spooky Elf. And this is a cool part too. They have two new things, which is one, adding to your Twitch stories, which will show up in the top left here for all the people you follow, which essentially is just getting you to be in your Twitch followers feed more. And by feed, I mean their minds, because it'll be like, oh my God, Cody posted a clip. Like, I wonder what he's doing. So it just resets their attention, be like, oh my God, Cody exists. I don't know how much it actually helps to get more viewers, probably not a lot, but it probably helps to get more returning viewers from people who have already followed you. And then the feature clip is actually really neat, because this will be a feature clip that shows up under your stream. So you can see right here under my channel, it says featured clips. And then this one has 1,200 views and this one has 400 views. And so featuring your clips, I feel like is a really nice way to just show like the best of your stream. And quite honestly, I think they pushed out some of these clips that are featured to more people. So I'm guessing that if you feature clips, it might also help get more eyes on you, but don't quote me on that. So you can feel free to do both of these if you'd like. You might as well, honestly. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna uncheck it so I don't annoy my followers. And then I'm gonna hit save clip. Now it's gonna save the clip, so give it a second. And here we go. Now we have a bunch of different options. We have a button to add to the stories if you didn't do it before. We have a copy link button to send to your friends if you want. We also have add to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So I guess you can directly upload to those, which is nice. And then you can also just download the actual clip itself here. And I believe this is to re-edit the clip. So you have all of these different options, which is really nice. And to be honest with you, what I would personally do is download this, and I would download the portrait version, and then I would take it and put it in something like CapCut or Instagram Edits, the little apps on your phone, or DaVinci Resolve or CapCut on your computer. And I'd throw in some animated captions and maybe spice it up just a little bit to keep your viewers' attention. So really there's endless possibilities that you can use with this. And if you like saving time getting clips directly in OBS so you don't have to go through a lot of this effort, you should watch this video to the side of me, because I show you how to do it step by step. It's honestly one of the most game-changing things you can do to speed up your workflow. So give that video a watch. My name's Cody, and I'll see you in the next one.